Hi guys, it's Abby and welcome to another video on the lovely internet that we all dwell on. This is going to be a really interesting video for you guys because I'm going to be listening to a bunch of national anthems from a video called National Anthems of the World, the Beautiful, the Boring, and the Bonkers. And I'm going to decide which ones are good, bad, overrated, and underrated. So let's go.
National Anthems, the anime OP of a country.
What the heck? Oh my god!
The introduction on the world stage that declares, yes, I'm a place with a flag, please don't take me over.
Yeah.
They're made in many different shapes and forms. Not literally, considering this is just music. Music has no confinable shape to speak of.
Yep.
But you got a common rule. Each nation has a song. Even Somalia has a song, and it doesn't have a country. You see, I enjoy the general discussion of anything relating to a country's image. The flag, the name, the border, and especially the anthem. The really face value stuff that nobody cares about. But I care about it, and I know you do too. Sometimes
Yeah, I
late
definitely
at night
do. That's
after
why
a
I'm
few
reacting.
drinks, I listen to national anthems for some reason.
Corny
along
video.
with other patriotic songs or sea shanties. And I wanted to take all that wasted time and do something with it. Originally, I was going to rank every single national anthem that exists, but that led to a much longer project than I or anyone would really care
You really
about.
should, though.
But I still collected a
You
lot
really
of
should,
worldly knowledge
Alternate
from my
History
travels,
Hub.
and wanted to talk about national anthems, so I'm going to do it in this format.
Okay.
Descending from the mountain, rising from the great library, to answer your fine questions, and just talk about anthems of the world. Let's just mix it up.
Yeah.
How did the concept of anthems start?
Anthems as concepts are tied hand in hand to the nation-state, so they didn't exist until the idea of nationalism and the nation-state did. When states were established and the people as a whole were a part of the nation, not just under a king, already popular common songs were adapted as the rallying cry of the people. The French anthem is a good example of this. It was a war cry against the old ways of monarchy, and while other anthems at the time did exist, it wasn't until the rise of nationalism in independence movements when anthems became a staple of creating a new state. Which is why some of the oldest aren't even from Europe. They're from Latin America. The revolutions of Bolivar didn't just cast off the Spanish, but expanded the idea set in the United States in revolutionary France. The idea of the nation-state. People didn't simply exist as subjects under land-holding monarchs. The people were themselves a nation. And what better way to show everyone's united than a theme song? Now, this is just one example, as sometimes a national anthem is created for the exact opposite purpose. An anthem not of the people, but the royalty.
Yeah.
Why does Liechtenstein's anthem sound so similar to the UK's?
What?
So what's the deal with this? Did Liechtenstein just copy the British? Well, yes. But so did everyone else in the 19th century. The origins of God Save the King is unknown.
Queen?
But we know it did become popular in Britain around the mid-1700s. Originally just for the royal family to announce they were there. Yet by the mid-1800s, several European kingdoms were using some variation of the tune. Small German states, Sweden, Greece, Russia, Ratatouille Kingdom, Norway, Hawaii, the German Empire itself, and even the United States, unofficially, before we got our actual anthem. Was Britain just that darn popular that everyone wanted to emulate them? No, of course not. There was no geopolitics or diplomatic reason why God Save the King became so popular. The answer is simply everyone just liked the melody so darn much. It was simple to sing, but also pleasant to the ears.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody had ever heard of music before, so it took the continent by storm. Over the span of a century, it was adopted and translated by various musicians.
This is a really
Nobody
good
really had
anthem,
a
by the way.
problem taking the anthem as their own because it wasn't the national anthem of Britain yet. It was the anthem
Oh,
of
by the
royalty.
way, if you've ever seen Ren and Stimpy, they use the same tune for God Save the Queen for a new song called the Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman Anthem. I'm really sorry, but I can't sing it right now. I can't sing it ever because I might get copyrighted and taken down by Nickelodeon. And
You might think of it as a remnant before nationalism, as
Yeah.
what made a nation-state began to be defined over the late 19th century. The tune just fell out of favor, except in Liechtenstein and Britain. So in short,
because God Save the Queen/King slaps. So other nations adopted it. Sunglasses emoji. Which anthem is the most upbeat?
Aruba, sitting on
Aruba?
the beach, drinking something, taking in the sun. There is no lyrics about war or defending the homeland.
Yeah, that's
No
good.
need for any of that. This is a place smack dab in the middle of the ocean, and it knows it. It doesn't even have an orchestra. It just needs a guitar, some drums, and whatever that string thing is that goes. It makes me happy.
That's
and
a
it should make
saw,
you
I
happy.
believe.
Unless
What?
makes you happy, then you got different tastes, I guess.
Has there ever been a national anthem that needed to be changed because it was just that bad?
The most famous
Germany.
example of an anthem needing to be changed or
Knew
altered was the modern-day German anthem. Yes, Germany does still have the anthem that it did during the Nazi regime. Though the anthem was before the Nazis, dating back to the 1840
The lyrics
revolutions
had
that
to be
spurred German
changed,
nationalism,
man.
before being put onto the sidelines for... It was used by the Weimar
Wait, what?
Republic and just... It was used by the
Wait, what? Was that the 12 Days of Christmas melody?
Weimar Republic and just sort of stuck. So why do they still use it today?
Because it's so much fun, Chan. Get it?
However, they officially only use the third stanza and not the whole song. The whole song has some choice words. Germany, Germany, above all in the world. This verse is always associated with the Nazis to modern-day Germans.
Gee, I wonder why.
Sometimes foreign singers pull a whoopsie and sing the first stanza instead of the third, not understanding the tremendous offense they've just committed.
Yes.
German women, German loyalty, German wine, and German song shall retain in the world. The second stanza was meant to mostly be sung in pubs or bars, so singing about how great their women and wine are fits well with a revolutionary song, but it's hilarious as an official state anthem. I do wish they bring back this part. That said, when 2/3 of the song can't really be used, Germany is just stuck to the third, which talks about the boring peace and prosperity stuff.
It fits though.
To understand
it fits with the whole Germany thing. I probably don't know, but I'm a 1/4 German, so...
Similarities between regions?
There are similarities, which wouldn't be a shock as there's similarities between nations. While each anthem is a special, unique snowflake in its own way, after listening to all of them, you really notice a pattern. First, the Americas. Most of the anthems in the New World are remarkably similar. Anthems either involve war, dying, or revolution. Be it revolutions against Spain, like South America, revolutions against the upper class, like Cuba, or revolution/war against the British, like the US. In fact, one of the few that breaks this mold is Canada, who just sings about itself.
Oh, Canada.
This is a general theme of...
That's one of the only anthems I know the whole way through, but need the lyrics. Besides the Star Spangled Banner, of course. Oh, Canada is the only other national anthem that I know by heart, but I sometimes need the lyrics.
Upper latitude nations. Canada, Scandinavia, all reflect the same idea in their lyrics. Our nation is cold, and we're largely at peace. Scandinavia is a style in itself, slow and gentle, that is accompanied by a very heavenly chorus. The further south into the Mediterranean you go, the faster the tempo goes. More of a march, less of that angelic softness. Spain, Portugal, and Italy, for example, they kind of have that flurry to them. or you can just imagine hands being wildly thrown around while singing. The British Isles are split culturally already, and that's reflective in their anthems.
Wales.
Scotland's Flower of Scotland is a little bit different from Ireland's anthem. The further west that you go, the more Celtic it gets.
Yeah.
Central and Eastern Europe is what I'd like to call the bland region.
Admittedly, I'm not that very versed in national anthems. Oh yeah, I forgot. I know the Israeli national anthem off by heart too. And, I'm not going to sing it because obvious reasons. It might be in the public domain, but I do not care. I am not going to post any other covers. But by the way, I forgot about the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva, but mainly because I know it because my family is Jewish. I do not want anti-Semitic quotes in the comments. Let's just put it that way.
There really isn't a weight to these songs, nothing to really make them stand out, we're all just going through the motions. The Balkans all involve violence, defending the homeland, the culture, and the people.
Okay.
All of their anthems are just insults towards each other. The Arab world's anthems are much more reliant on the lyrics, not so much the actual instruments. So these anthems live or die entirely on the voice quality. They can be a chant or flowing, all of them mention being an Arab at least once. Africa wildly differs depending on the history of the nation and its location. The further north you go, the more Arabic the anthem sounds, of course, but also so does that die for the country mentality. The best example is simply between the more Arabic Sudan and the sub-Saharan South Sudan. Considering decolonization.
That sounds kind of childish with the melody, by the way. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound uncultured.
So you don't know what you're going to get between every single nation. Going into West Africa, Ghana's anthem has almost a pop music sound to it, while Togo or Guinea's is slower and kind of reflective. Nigeria, on the other hand, is bombastic, terrible green screen, and the heavens themselves erupt as Nigeria plays football.
Yes.
East Africa as a whole is more focused on the orchestra. Ethiopia is a great example of this, as is Tanzania, but it also has the wacky ones. Uganda sounds like the ending of a 90s Disney movie. Mozambique can be either sung as a chant or like a music video for Mark Antony. While stylistically all these sound different, the general message is similar. United Africa, overthrowing colonialism. Friendship, unity, we're all happy together. Colonialism is kind of referenced in passing though. It's not the main focal point like the anthems of Latin America. The general rule for Asia is the further east you go, the more peaceful the melody is.
Yeah.
So we begin in Azerbaijan.
What the heck? Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
Not the most calming, but then we go past Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Mongolia, and finally we end up at Japan.
Yeah!
Where everything's just a nice peace. Oceania as a whole is either traditional Polynesian music or Anglos. Australia is pure Anglo. While New Zealand's anthem is half Maori, half English. While there are outliers and not every single nation is
Again, I am white, I'm European white. Again, but refer to the Haka video for my opinions on New Zealand culture and me failing at attempting a Haka.
Follow this general theme.
Most common theme is being
Which
there.
anthem do you think is most fitting for its country?
Yeah,
well, I can't say what I think would be the most fitting for the major countries. Like if I lost all memories and stood in the center of Manchester, would I hear God Save the Queen and think, yeah, this fits? But on nations I've never heard the anthem for before, there are surprises just from general ideas beforehand. For example, would you think of the Democratic Republic of the Congo? and think Dragon Quest music. Go on an adventure, child soldier. In terms of most fitting for a country, there are a few. I've never heard of Spain's before, but then I hear it and think, yeah, that's Spain. Puerto Rico
Wait, I
sounds
thought the
like
Spanish
the
national anthem had no lyrics. Or maybe I'm just thinking of something else like Portugal.
to a telenovela.
Let me know in the comments.
When you think of China, you hear that ominous chant and think it'd be perfect playing in the morning at a concentration camp. Most fitting, however, takes a special spot. The Bahamas. Yes, this is a real anthem. It sounds like it'd be an ending song to a One Piece episode.
Lift up your head to the rising sun.
It sounds so 90s pop like Michael Bolton.
Yeah, I'd say Indonesia and Poland. I don't think either would be truly more fitting.
Sounds
but
good,
it
though.
confuse the average person who already gets the flags messed up.
Please consider mentioning the Ottoman Empire's national anthem. It sounds similar to the Galactic Empires.
The Ottomans didn't have an anthem until the 19th century, but
yeah,
you can just picture this playing as the Death Star appears over the horizon to blow up Armenia.
I'm probably gonna get sued by Disney for including this footage.
A lot of nations have had national anthems that no longer exist. We should remember the anthems that have fallen. The Chinese before the revolution with their peaceful and calming song.
The heck is
didn't
this?
Even try Rhodesia. Russia did have a different anthem between 1991 and 2000. This was Russia's attempt to be democratic before the rise of Putin, and Putin changed the anthem back to the Soviet anthem in 2000. While it sounds nice, it's also associated with terrible times by your average Russian.
Oh boy.
The biggest loss, however, is East Germany's. While the West went back to the... East Germany created a whole new anthem, risen from ruins. I feel even hopeful for the future, and I know how it ends. Say what you will about the Eastern Bloc or how it actually turned out, but I actually enjoy this anthem much more than the current one. When they reunified, the East should have taken the West economics, but the West should have kept this anthem.
Sounds good. But I still like the older West one better. It's
most overrated national anthem.
Star Spangled Banner.
I don't know if there is an overrated anthem. Anthems aren't like pop artists where they have an obvious audience. They have more fame than they have talent. While I don't think these are overrated anthems, nor should they be replaced, I think the US and UK have better patriotic songs.
I'm desecrating America right now.
Battle Hymn of the Republic sounds like it's not just a moral crusade, but a literal one as well. When I hear this, I think of what America was actually supposed to be.
You know, I think God Bless America should have been the national anthem.
America.
Mainly because God Bless America was written by a Jewish person, but that's not the point. God Bless America really stands for America for me, and not just the flag, unlike the Star Spangled Banner.
A smoother anthem.
I hope I don't sound...
Makes me think of vast cornfields and the span of the U.S.
I don't... Oh yeah, America the Beautiful. I don't sound very patriotic, but I am pretty patriotic.
Ray Charles. Elvis Presley's America trilogy, where he sings about Dixie. Oh no, oh. God Save the Queen is an old, aging song that spread everywhere in the 19th century, but now it's kind of tired, and nobody is really enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, not even the Queen.
To the UK. But I'm sorry, Rule Britannia is a far better song. It always has been. It isn't about some king or queen, it's about
damn, this is a great
song. What it's always been able to do. Rule the waves.
What's your spirit national anthem? Like a spirit animal, but for national anthems.
Spice! on. Okay, so I will be continuing this into another video about reacting to some national anthems, and I hope that that next video will not get copyright stricken or content ID'd, but if it does, I'm going to have to react to another video about national anthems. So, like and subscribe, hit the bell to stay updated, check out Naya Edom, and take care.